Hi guys, Vechs here. Welcome back to Fallout 4. We're aboard the Prudman right now. We're just about to talk to Elder Maxim and see what he's got to say about Liberty Prime being back in ass-kicking action.
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
That's not exactly the tone I was expecting.
Am I being accused of something?
That remains to be seen. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Danse is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
Really? I mean, isn't that the kind of thing you could just go to the doctor and...
Is Quinlan absolutely certain?
Proctor Quinlan validated the information numerous times. I can assure you, his results are accurate. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Danse are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
I mean, okay, to be fair, that makes sense, because Danse is the one who recommended me.
You have to believe me. He never told me he was a synth.
Apparently, I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Danse is a synth. He represents everything we hate, a monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future, which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Danse and execute him.
I mean... really?
Isn't there some other way?
Absolutely not. My decision is final. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Danse was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
I don't know if you should be giving me a promotion for doing this. Because that's just like, if I was an evil asshole who just wanted to focus on my career, I mean, it's like, hey, kill your higher ranking dude and we'll promote you. I mean, I don't really...
I'm trying to minimize reactor jitter, adjusting compression rate.
I'm just trying to think, though, you know, in an actual military, if a high-ranking captain was discovered to be...
Attention all personnel. I'm disappointed I need to address this, but unsanctioned social contact with Commonwealth natives is strictly prohibited. Anyone who is engaged in such fraternization should report to Knight Captain Cade for immediate decontamination. That is all.
Squire.
If a feral gets up here, I'd kill it. It's not like it's human or anything.
Oh, Knight. I was told you were coming. Sorry about this business with Danse.
What do you know about this situation?
While I was decrypting all of the data you acquired from within the Institute, I came across a list. It appears that the Institute keeps exemplary records where their synths are concerned, including logging those that were reported missing. As I was perusing this list, I came across an image of Dance under the heading M797. A quick DNA comparison with our own records told the rest of the tale. I'm certain this comes as quite a shock to you, Knight. I'm sorry.
I don't need apologies. I need to know where he is.
Yes, you're quite right. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports, and unfortunately, I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware, Dance had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them as possibilities one by one. You may want to get comfortable. This could take quite a bit of...
What the hell is this crap about Dance being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Dance up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
How did you hear about it?
There are no secrets in the Brotherhood. Maxon's made it clear that we're to locate Paladin Dance, and if we find him, report his location to you. That can only mean you've been sent to hunt him down.
Orders are orders.
Orders are orders? That's all you have to say? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Dance did for you,
I
you're
don't
just
really
gonna
like this.
turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake.
I don't really
We need to get to the bottom of it.
have the
Scribe
dialogue
Paladin,
options I'd like.
You're addressing a senior officer, and you will show him the respect that he's due. Or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
At this point, I'll take all the help I can get.
Very good, sir.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research.
I'm pretty
here.
sure she just
you'll follow
is
me,
acting
sir.
right now. This sucks. I mean, I honestly... I never really chose to group up. I mean, Dance is kind of... meh.
Scribe?
This way.
I thought we were here. Are we here?
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Dance?
I haven't decided yet.
Well, before you do, I need you to listen to what I have to say. I've known Paladin Dance ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Dance.
I mean, all of these dialogue options kind of suck.
Why are you telling me all of this?
Because someone has to before you rush off and carry out Maxon's orders without thinking about what you're doing. Dance is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you, not just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us, then you do what you have to do.
All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing. Before the Pribwin showed up, Dance had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war U.S. military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now, or if he trusts any of us at all.
So, I mean, what happened? Was he in the room when they found out he was a synth? How does he know? Like, I want to know the circumstances upon which Dance learned he was a synth. Because, like, knowing his reaction would be pretty helpful. Alright. Well, off we go. Okay, let's see. Alright, so it's right here. It's right, wow, it's right beside Greentop Nursery. So it's not going to take long at all to get to it, and hopefully it won't even be that dangerous to get to it. Alright, need to go this way. I haven't really been fooling with the settlements. They haven't, like, the management's been, yeah, it's okay. I feel like maybe, I don't know. I feel like there needs to be more to do with it. And all the townspeople are, like, they have zero personality. And it's just kind of, Like, I think I'd rather have my own little base or bunker with a few NPCs that are a lot more detailed than have, like, a settlement with, like, 20 people who are... Oh, shit! Who have just, like, no personality whatsoever. Ow. I assume Dance killed that Protectron right there.
Don't think I can pick this.
Okay.
Going down.
Oh shit!
Swiftly, justice will be administered swiftly and fairly.
Damn, son. I'm picking up just a little bit of hostility from Dance right now. Hey! Dance! You're just gonna casually walk away? Alright, you know what? Now I kinda wanna kill you. It might be shotgun time. Whoa. What's this? Ew. Gross.
Keep your eyes on the shadows. Something could be lurking there.
Hi.
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
Why didn't you tell me, Dance?
Because I didn't know. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
How could you not know that you're a synth?
It doesn't make sense to me either. It just feels like a cruel joke. I remember being a child. I remember growing up in the ruins, everything. I suppose they programmed that all into my head. I mean, I feel like I've been in control of my entire life, making my own decisions and determining my own fate. Even though the proof states I'm a synth, I don't feel any different than I did before. I still feel like,
I mean, do you pee and poop?
human.
That's
Why does
that's
any
the
of this
really
even matter to you?
thing I want to
You're
know.
obviously here to carry out Maxon's orders. Does he even want me alive?
Man, I need to get that conversation dialogue mod back. Like, synth enemy. No.
No. But I don't know what to do.
Seems obvious to me. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that this must be difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
If you really feel that way, why did you run in the first place?
The moment I learned the truth, I knew my life was in danger. I'm a soldier, so self-preservation kicked in. I needed to regroup and assess the situation. Once I got here, and I had some time to think, I realized I'd just made everything worse. I should have stayed on the Prydwen and accepted the inevitable. Like I said, I need to be the example, not the exception.
Man! So he wants to... Then why did... I kind of wish he'd come back to the Prydwen with me.
Come on, mate. Say what you have to say.
Give this big speech to the Brotherhood, and then maybe say goodbye to Halen, and then off himself. Like, why does he... Damn it, game! Why are you making me do this shit?
I can't tell if that's the human or the machine talking.
The fact that you're confused only strengthens my decision. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
Then what was all the turrets about? Can you self-terminate?
Is there any way out of this?
We both know that this is the right thing to do. If you refuse to follow Maxon's orders, you're undermining everything the Brotherhood stands for. I can't allow that to happen on my account.
Can you
If
self-terminate?
you're so eager to die, then do it yourself.
If you leave here without completing your orders, then I'll carry them out for you. Maxon's obviously testing you, and I refuse to be the one who causes you to fail.
He wants me to... Okay. I mean... I heard him out. I gave him a chance to get out of this.
If it needs to be done, then so be it.
I've never been prouder of you than I am right now, brother. It's been a pleasure serving with you.
What's in the box? I don't want any of this stuff. I want this stuff.
What the hell are you waiting for?
Alright,
If you leave the bunker, I'll finish what you started. Ad Victorium, brother.
Is this all the stuff I had on him? Oh yeah, it is. I was wondering what all this crap was on. Right. Where's the nuclear material? That's what I really want. So, I mean... Man, that was a weird quest. It's just like, okay, you're building the super robot, and then all of a sudden, hey, by the way, your dude that recruited you is a robot, so you gotta kill him now. And he wants to be killed, and...
Going up.
I wonder if Halen is even gonna believe me. I should probably go talk to her and tell her what really happened. I'm just in a downer mood now. That sucked. That was just...
Ground floor.
That was just... I don't know. That was not fun. I mean, video games don't have to be fun, right? I mean, video games are art, and then art is just something that gets an emotional reaction out of you. Right? I mean, that's why anything can be art. I mean, what's the definition of art? It's something somebody has created that they intended to create an emotional reaction of some description. Any emotion.
No matter how many battles we win, there's all...
Including the feeling of being numb or no emotion at all. So... I guess the quality of art is in the creator. Like, if somebody says it's art, then that's what it is. Because otherwise, you get to be like, you get into this slippery slope bullshit of like people deciding what art is and isn't, and that's got so many problems.
14 minutes.
Anyway,
Report, Knight. Have you handled the situation with Paladin Dance?
one as holotags as proof?
That won't be necessary. Perhaps you should keep them as a reminder of your lapse in vigilance. Of course, Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of command. That traitor held quite an important position with us. I'm certain that you'll make a fine replacement. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power armor. Congratulations, Paladin.
Where did Dance keep his power armor?
I'm certain you can find it in Proctor Ingram's section of the ship. Wear it with pride. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and
I kind of wish I want
I
dialogue
trust you won't
options to tell
disappoint
them
them
like that
or disappoint
Dance
me. In any event, we still
wasn't a
have the
traitor
Institute to contend with,
and actually
a lot
wanted
of
to
work
be
do before we can begin our final
executed.
assault. While the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime, Captain Kells has identified a potential threat to our operations. Report to him immediately for your next assignment. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Maybe I should give Halen the tags. Where's Halen?
Ah, Paladin. Good. Now that the unfortunate matter regarding Dance has been settled, we can return to our primary mission.
I'd like some time to prepare myself before you send me on my next mission.
You will have ample time to prepare yourself after I've given you this briefing. Now, before we launch our attack on the Institute, we need to address another threat: the Railroad. They're a small but capable group that uses subterfuge and guerrilla tactics to harass their enemies. Our tactical analysis says they could possibly hamper or harm our operations, which is a risk I'm not willing to take. If we strike them now, we should be able to maximize the amount of damage we do to their organization.
Why is the Railroad such a threat?
Even with their relatively small numbers, the Railroad is a constant threat to our operations. They've already proven to be resilient against superior forces, with a knack for disappearing when cornered. Worse still, they possess the capability to help synths flee the Institute. If we intend to end the synth menace, we need to plug the leaks. Destroying the Railroad hinges on completely eliminating their leadership. Otherwise, they'll simply regroup somewhere else. To that end, here's a list of the 5 targets we believe would cause a catastrophic failure in their chain of command.
Do they all have to die?
Absolutely. It's the only effective
Holy
way of
shit.
ensuring that they're no longer.
I see what you guys meant about the
Now,
Brotherhood.
Before you depart, Proctor Ingram has additional orders for you to complete.
Our sources tell us that the Railroad has some sort of experimental or prototype robot in their headquarters. They're calling it the Predictive Analytic Machine, or PAM for short. Cute, huh? They use the robot for complex strategic calculations that are much more efficient than anything we can generate here. If you could use this holotape to decrypt the security on Pam's terminal, it will force the unit to return to the Pridwin. I'm certain we could put Pam's computing power to good use. Otherwise, destroy it. We wouldn't want it to fall into the Institute's hands.
Collecting technology for you is becoming a habit, Proctor.
A habit you appreciate, I hope.
I'm certain the Paladin appreciates that the acquisition of technology is one of our most sacred tenets. When you're ready, proceed to the Old North Church and link up with our assault team. They'll provide demolition support and all the firepower you'll need to take the railroad down. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
If you're no good at hacking Pam's systems, you should take someone with you who can.
Getting a bit of twitch on prop 3. Adjusting torque.
Huh. I didn't think the Railroad was actually worth it. I mean, they were just kind of... Last I saw, they were like 5 people in a sewer somewhere.
Try and get Pam back here in one piece, okay?
But, okay.
Vertibird docking systems and fusion coolant feed systems reporting green.
I'm still just bleh about that last quest. I don't really... I feel like I want to go... I don't want to go to the church. I want to go to the police station. That's where Halen was, right?
Excuse me.
When it comes to keeping the Pridwin running, Proctor Ingram's the best.
Let's see if I can find Halen in here somewhere. I feel like I need to talk to her to get some closure on that quest. Halen.
Liberating the Commonwealth is a huge responsibility, but we'll get the job done. Oh god, mole rat on a stick was a really bad idea. Excuse me.
Is that Halen over there?
I prefer laser weapons
No.
myself. It's a cleaner shot, leaves that memorable ozone smell behind.
I thought this is where Halen was stationed.
The Commonwealth looks...
Let me see here.
It's bad. You should see the Capitol wasteland. Maxon might appear compassionate, but I can assure you, the Institute will face his wrath. Greetings, Paladin.
Maxim does not appear that compassionate. Night Rice. So Halen is no longer based here? I guess not. Okay. I'm gonna try to track her down and be right back. That's a pretty view. I'm apparently just running around the Pridwin right now. I gotta say, it's a pretty big airship. There's actually a lot of areas that
Won't be able to pick this.
Sharpshooter stowage. Ah, I'd like to pick that. Maybe there's a sweet-ass sniper rifle in there. It's a good spot for a sniper, too. But yeah, I've been all over the ship. I saw a mole rat in a cage. I apparently found sleeping quarters. And I've still been looking.
Attention. Bravo 6-4, report to Armor Bay 2. Bravo 6-4 to Armor Bay 2.
I assume, I was kind of confused about how this thing's staying up in the air. I assume that this large shape was filled with lightweight gases that would provide buoyancy to the ship. But then it's like they've got all this stuff in here. It's like, is the air in here filled with helium or something? And then I was like, no, it must be in these big tanks here. Because, I mean, that would make sense. If it's a military vessel... If it's a military vessel, then it makes sense that they have this big armored shell. And then inside the armored shell, in these self-contained gas tanks, they'd have the helium or hydrogen that keeps this thing up in the air. I imagine it's helium. Right? And there's a bunch of them. And that way, if one of them got breached, hopefully the thing could stay in the air. Yeah. But I've been running around in here looking for Halen, and I cannot find Halen. There's the just like the medical bay down here. They're doing an autopsy on a super mutant. Yeah, look at that. There's like the things. Like, this place is huge. There's all kinds of stuff in here. I never really fully explored the area. Rocket ship and an alien, huh? So that's the back. And then down here was the, this is where all the mini-nuke storage is. The recreation terminal.
Welcome back.
Armory. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. It's
If you find anything interesting in the railroad headquarters, don't forget to bring it
I'm
back.
supposed to get Dance's armor, right? Is this
If
it?
you're looking for ammunition or weapon mods, Proctor Tegan might have what you need.
Ingram.
If you run into any
Yeah, but I've been all over this
shoot
place,
to
and I have
kill.
not been able to find Scribe Halen yet. So I could have missed her, or
You're an inspiration to us
maybe
all,
she's
pal.
somewhere else.
Do us proud.
But anyway, I guess I'll take a break here. And I tried to find Halen. I don't know if I will be able to find her. Maybe I'll try to look up on the wiki, because I really want some closure on that. And that quest left me just feeling kind of meh. It wasn't bad, but I didn't like it. I mean, it was just kind of like... I mean, what's next? Are they going to ask me to go back and shoot my dog? Like, that's kind of how it felt. Like, not as extreme, but it's kind of how it felt. That was just sad. Anyway, I'll see you guys next video. Until then, as always,
There's no time to waste.
take it
when
easy.
there's work to be done.